It takes the same amount of effort to create a $27 sell that it does to create a $2,700 sell. So why waste your time trying to promote a $27 a month membership when you can promote a $2,700 masterclass or mastermind? Pricing can keep us stuck in the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. I'm Lynn Louise, the Cosmic Valkyrie, and I want to talk about the mindset behind pricing and the reality when it comes to the clients that you're attracting. Because our pricing has everything to do with who is coming to us and who wants to work with us. So let's dig into this because this is a juicy subject. I have been talking to many, many women over the course of the past week about pricing. It has been a consistent conversation that has been popping up in my DMs all around pricing offers. So when something comes into my DM so often, I got to make a podcast about it. Let's talk about it. If you have not downloaded my money training, my money mastery mindset training, please do. It's a 30-minute training and it's going to break a lot of this down and it will help you even digest it easier. So here's the reality. The thing that I see keeping healers stuck when it comes to pricing is they are not really looking at industry standards. Not that they matter to us, but they kind of do. Industry standards kind of do matter. But they're pricing things based on what they believe other people can afford. But hold on, they are pricing them in what they believe other people can afford based on their own belief systems about prices. Meaning, if they can't afford a $2,700 program, they would believe that that would be too high for other people to afford. They're basing their decision on what they believe other people can pay, on what they themselves can pay. I want you to process that. Here's the reality. Your clients don't care about you being an entrepreneur. They don't care about how much money you make. They don't care if you can't afford a $27 program. What they care about is the transformation that you can give them. And that is not reflective of money. As healers, life coaches, hypnotists, you're not, for the most part, people that are listening to my podcast are not selling more money. Okay. You're selling something that is probably health, wellness, relationship oriented. You might be promising them, weight loss or creating a better relationship with their partner. But so when we talk about pricing, it's not going to matter to them. They are going to want it. They will see the value in what you have. We never want to price things based on what we believe people will pay because they will pay anything for a transformation. There are millions of people out there that can afford a high ticket offer, and there are millions of people out there that can't. What does this look like when it comes to pricing things and selling $27, $47, $97 monthly memberships or programs? Okay, let's get into that because I had to learn the hard way. And then I told my coach that warned me about the hard way that I guess I had to learn it on myself for myself because she actually had the same experience. And I can guarantee you that most entrepreneurs that have started a membership first, okay, memberships can be great when you are approaching them with the right perspective and introducing them at the right time in your business. Okay. So it's all about timing. It's all about the client journey. It's not for you all that are listening. It is not doing a monthly membership straight out of the gate because that's not going to give them the transformation that they need rapidly to see and continue going. Okay. So here's the reality. I have started monthly memberships, $27 founders, come on in, right? Getting people into it. They signed up. I had like 35 people join the first 2 weeks. Okay. When time came to renew, I think the first renewal, 4 people fell out because of insufficient funds. I want you to process that. So I took the time and effort to sell the $27 monthly membership. And after the first payments went through, the second round where they were being processed, 4 of the people had insufficient funds. Now, I'm going to tell you, I did this as an experiment to see what kind of results were so that I could teach you all a little better. Okay. So I was not attached to how many I sold or anything like that. And when I say, I did it with the intention to show how easy it can be to start a membership, but the results of a $27 offer and even under $100 offer, okay, that a continuous like $97 membership, because a lot of my clients wanted it. But I also was like, well, since I'm going to do it and show them how, I can just do it for myself. And I did. So it was an experiment slash, I was intending on continuing it. But after a couple months of doing that, I realized that I was going to close the door on that membership within 6 months. And it's coming up on 6 months now, because I figured everyone could be able to go through those modules and know what they needed to know. And boom, they should be on the road to success, because I didn't want to waste time on a $27 membership that people were falling out of in insufficient funds. And to this day, if you're watching me on Facebook or on YouTube, you will realize that I'm looking at my membership right now, because I want to tell you, it started out just like 3 or 4 months ago with 35 people in it. And I want to see what it is at today. Okay. Just so I can give you an idea. And I want you to know this. I do not chase people. So if somebody went insufficient funds, they got removed from the program, because I was not going to be sending them message after message that they needed to pay for adding more expense to my me running, right? Like me running around trying to get them. Actually, it would have been my bookkeeper, but you get the gist. I would have to pay my bookkeeper to collect on a $27 a month membership, and I wasn't about to do that. So this group has been open for 4 months, and it went from 35 to 16. And those people that are no longer in it are out because of insufficient funds, because they already had lack and scarcity. I want you to process that. They were living in so much lack and scarcity that they couldn't afford a $27 a month membership. Now, what I want you to understand here is I was pricing it according to what most monthly memberships start out at. Somebody who's committing at that level, they're going to get that level of transformation. They're not going to show up for themselves. And honestly, my type of coaching doesn't really translate to that, because it doesn't translate to that system, that monthly membership system, because what we want to do, and yours most likely doesn't either, you want to get them as quickly into the transformation as possible. And when you're dropping something once a month and you're showing up for once a month call to give them transformation, in that moment, they might be like, oh my God, there's so much awareness. I'm sorry about the saw. My husband's working on the neighbor's patio deck. I volunteered him to fix their deck, so he's working on that. But here's what I want you to really understand. Like, I broke my train of thought, so hold on here for a moment. Oh, so you're showing up once a month and you're giving them materials once a month. That's pretty standard in monthly memberships. So science has proven that if somebody hears something once and then they do nothing different, They don't change. They will have lost 90% of the capability of that transformation in 30 days. And if they do nothing for another 60 days with the information that you shared in that month, guess what? They have forgotten it all and they're right back in their behaviors. So monthly memberships, when it comes to healing, transformation, all these beautiful ethereal concepts that we're handing out to people, the ability to transform within a membership is pretty minute. And for people to hang out and see the value in it is pretty small. There are those people that are going through and they're doing the work and they're really making sure that everything's moving and they're having success, but that's a very small percentage. I think it's something like probably 86% do not do the work. So it's less than 20% of the people that come into your membership that will. And before you're like, yeah, but if I have 300 people, okay, what is it going to take to get those 300 people when you are promoting such a low ticket offer? You can make one $27 sale, right? It takes the same amount of effort. It takes the same amount of commitment and integrity, right? To make a $2,700 sell as it would one $27 sell. So you would have to put the same amount of effort in once to get 2,700 for that one sell. Or you could do that same thing 100 times for a $27 sell. So which one takes more time is going to be reaching $2,700 through a $27 sell. Okay. You're going to have to do that, rinse and repeat 100 times, or you can do that same amount of energy that it takes to do that one $27 sell and a $2,700 sell and do it once and achieve it rapidly. There is no difference in the amount of contact the person needs. In order for somebody to buy from you, they need to be touched by your content or yourself up to 20 times, 18 to 20 times. So we want to close that gap, make it easier for them, whether it's in a DM, a podcast, whether it is in an event or a lead generator or an email, whatever it is, however you're doing it, in a live video on streaming on TikTok or on Facebook or wherever, right? That's a touch. That's one touch. So we want to condense those touches and get that sell quicker. We want to get them through that funnel system and consistently being touched faster so that we can close that sell. This is entrepreneur mindset, y'all, not employee mindset. When you're thinking, I do this one piece of content and it's going to create people in my DMs, that's employee mindset. One piece of content isn't creating the transformation, isn't creating the momentum in your business to create the sale. We have to incorporate marketing strategies, sales strategies, which is prospecting. That content is a marketing strategy to bring awareness. Then we need to start incorporating sales strategies so that we can begin to close that sale, get them closer and closer and closer to buying more rapidly. You need to have an entrepreneurial mindset so you can see how all these systems go together to create the financial and time freedom. When you are pricing something at $27 a month for a monthly membership, that's an employee mindset that is going to keep you working harder and harder for that $27 sell when you can make one sell for the same amount of effort at $2,700. I want you to process this. Because for you to reach a multiple six figures, it's going to be very difficult for you to do that with a $27 offer with flow and ease. With flow and ease. Because I can tell you that you're still going to have to do events. You probably still are going to have to prospect, right? You're going to have to reach out to the people and create connection or have them sign up for calls. That's time. That is time. And the payout is $27. And how long are they going to be able to stay in integrity to that $27 offer? How long is it going to take them before they fall insufficient and have to drop out? When you are switching your perspective on pricing and moving into a medium to high ticket offer, things become very easy, because when somebody is ready to commit to paying 27, 47, even $8,700 for an offer, their commitment changes. When you have skin in the game, you show up differently. I always say, when people pay attention. I want you to really think about that. Don't you want somebody who's in it to win it, that wants to stick around and have the transformation? And we know that the more money you pay, the more you're showing up for yourself. I know I do. So really sit with this and process. What is it going to take for me to raise my prices? What do I need to do in order to step fully into this transformation? There goes my husband again with the saw across. He's over at the neighbors, like I said. That saw's so loud. So sorry about that. I don't even know if you can hear it, but I certainly can. And I'm not closing the windows. But anyway, okay. So what I want you to know is I want you to stay tuned, because I have an absolutely free training that's coming up. It's called Cash Consciousness, and this is going to help you step into the role when it comes to pricing for the CEO mindset to gain that multiple six-figure business rapidly and in flow. So make sure to stay tuned, like and subscribe, all the bells and whistles, because I'm going to be announcing that, and you want to be the first one to know. If you want to get on the wait list, the link is up in the link tree. So make sure to jump in there and get on the wait list today.